to do is to think of the steps, okay, in big picture, meaning the first thing is to attach a lowering system. That's big picture. There are a lot of steps in doing that, okay? But if you but the next big picture is untension the double strand so you can get it out of the repeat. And the next big picture is take that system off, tension, and lower, right? So if you think in big picture, you don't have 100 steps to remember. Because you can remember 10 steps in the big picture 1, and then remember 10 steps in the big picture 2, and then remember 10 steps in the big picture 3, but actually trying to remember all 30 steps in a row, almost impossible. So think big picture. So the first thing I want to do is attach a lowering system, and we're going to use a Bachmann. Most people teach this with a prusik, okay? They use a prusik instead of a rope, and that is bad, okay?
His batteries died too quick.
I'll upload this and give you the videos.
So I'm attaching the rope, my lowering rope, directly to this rope with a Bachmann through a carabiner. A lot of people attach a prusik to here and then a carabiner to their rope. The reason I highly recommend you don't do that is because you have a 5 mil, 6 mil, 7 mil piece of prusik cord being slid over all this sandstone, and it's going to wipe it out before it even goes to the edge. Use something that has a lot of abrasion built in. Do not use a prusik. Okay?
That's what I was going to do.
A prusik?
Yep.
Yeah, don't do a prusik.
This little yellow one right here.
So that's got more abrasion protection, but maybe not as much as a rope.
Okay.
Okay? And we can do it directly with a rope and remove part of the system. We don't need as much gear.
Yep.
Okay?
Like it.
So my lowering system, first I have to find a way to attach my lowering system to the rope. I have to lower this rope. So I have to attach to it. Okay. So there is my
Figure 8. Okay.
Okay. Now, if I try to twist this around here to give myself a nice Bachmann, I'm going to have to pass that bag underneath this rope repeatedly, and boy, is that going to get annoying. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to estimate how much rope I need, okay? And
start backwards.
And do it backwards, okay? So maybe I'm going to want this carabiner this way now because I'm going to do it backwards, right? So here is the end that I'm going to be pulling from, but now I only have to do this short tail around here instead of the whole bag of rope, right? And then if I'm off by a long shot, like it looks like I'm going to be, I can just unwind it, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in theory, you could just kind of like shimmy it across, couldn't you, without even unwinding it?
Yeah, I meant.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to have a little too much. Okay, so I'm going to just unwind it, all right?
Yeah.
So what I need to do is end up with this clipping into there to hold it in place,
And
right?
you want as much rope wrapped up that spine as possible?
You do. Okay, and tight.
So then you have to unwrap.
Okay. Okay. So I want that
okay,
tight.
gotcha.
That's just holding it in place, and I want that tight because this has to be able to pull up a human.
Gotcha.
Okay? So I want that snug. So that's the beginning of my lowering system. I've attached to this. Now I need a lowering system on here. Okay? I left
it on top of the rock.
Okay, good. I'm going to use an Easy 8. Okay? You guys remember the Fast 8, the Easy 8?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a Contingency 8 block. It's a real lowering system. Okay? So I attach onto something. Okay, so now I've got a problem. Can you see what my problem is? I have to take this off. What do I attach to? That's holding this whole thing together. Because I used a basket hitch for this anchor, which is something we don't actually use in canyoneering. Okay? So does anybody have a repeat on them right now?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to change something. Because this is not how we would set up a canyoneering anchor, so it's screwing us up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I guess you have to back up.
But what did you call that? A basket?
It's a basket hitch.
A basket hitch, which you don't use in
We
canyoneering.
just don't use that.
So you're saying these three created a basket hitch, right?
So we didn't do a sling or a multi-point or anything, right? So it's the 3 loops. Ignore that.
Yeah. I'm just making sure it's closed.
Okay. Okay. So pick up from here. Cut. Edit. Pick up from here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Action. Take 2.
Take two.
take 2. Okay. So nice and snug. It's holding that. So now I hook up a lowering system to where I need it. Okay. So that's going to be nice and clean if I put it here. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I put my lowering system on right here. My figure 8. You guys remember how to lock off a figure 8?
Bring it back to me.
Okay. Remember how to lock up a figure 8?
Oh yeah, you're gonna
Hop into
twist
that.
it. Put it on the
Yeah.
head.
Push
Okay.
this loop through there, and then come around again.
Okay. So good. And we go through here.
Go through there, and then do it again.
And do it again. Okay. And then this just pulls back. Okay. Holding it all in
alright.
place.
Gotcha.
So there is my lowering system. So that's step 1. Attach a lowering system and lock it off. Okay? Now what I have to do is I have to unweight this with a human on it so that I can open this repeat and take this rope out of the repeat. Right?
All right.
Okay. So what would I do? What would I use for that?
To unweight this,
Yes.
You're gonna set up your pig rig
you're
up
gonna need
here.
a pig
Pig
rig
rig.
up here.
Okay, pig rig. Okay, so see how I have this right there, and I'm gonna have to unscrew this.
All right.
So I'm putting this down here, so it should be easier to work with this thing when it's loose. If I put everything right here, everything's bound and pinching that thing together.
All right.
Right? So I'm trying to put this on the opposite side of this and put this further down than that, so not everything is pinched together when it's all has weight on it.
All
Make
right.
sense?
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah, you're gonna try to get in there and get that repeat loose and
Right.
everything.
So I need a rope grab down here, right?
Yeah, one of you got it already.
So what would I use for a rope grab down here?
Prosec again.
I need
BT.
What do you call it? BT?
BT.
BT Prusik or regular Prusik, either one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use
Velvetan truss.
a regular Prusik.
We're not releasing, so we don't care about it being. Yep.
Watch yourself when you're getting near that edge. You're untethered.
You got it, buddy.
So keep in mind that this is weighted, so this might be very difficult with a human on there to make this happen. But I have to, right? So I would have to make that happen even if there's a human down there, be able to lift this up. Okay. And put a Prusik on this rope, this double strand, and dress it. Because that looks awful. Okay. Okay. I have it pulled onto the side. I'm going to use it for. Okay. So there's my rope grab. Okay. And carabiner. And now I want to make this pretty small. Okay. Because I only need to move it this far.
All right.
But then it has to expand far enough for this to take the weight. And there's still some slack in there, right?
All right.
So I could use a foot loop, I could use my portalette, whatever I need to do to make make this work. Okay. So this is where I'm going to have someone go down and rappel, but we're not going to do that for me. We're going to do it for you. Okay, so that you're going to actually have to haul somebody up 6 inches or 3 inches. Okay, and this is where, if you have a pulley, put it on.
Will my PCD work? Or it has to be a pulley?
PAS?
Or the project capture device?
Oh, you're talking. Yeah, that's what he's going to use. The same thing.
This is a pulley. I'm not using it for progress capture, although I guess I could.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you're weighted a bit. You'd have trouble getting the friction or the weight back off of it.
Yeah. So there is my system.
There's your pig rig.
There's my pig rig, and
Your lowering
let's go ahead
system is in
and,
place.
let's go ahead and put that in there. Right. So we have progress capture built in. So I haul this guy up.
And now your rope is loose
Okay.
enough to take this out.
And this is locked off. Progress capture is locked off, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So
So it's even better that way.
Yep, so this comes off, and then it gets safetied, because I don't want this sliding off the end of my rope.
So you'll take a beaner and put it through here to the webbing.
Just tie a knot.
How come you make this so short though?
You'll see in a minute. Okay, so I don't want this sliding off the end of my rope.
I got it.
right?
I see what you're going to do.
All I gotta do is tie a safety knot in there.
Yep.
Okay,
Clogging device.
make sense?
Yes.
Now put it right there so it can't slide any further.
Nope.
Okay, so now I made this so small, I only had to raise them enough to unweight this, to get it unscrewed, right? And now I need you to pull on this a little bit so that as I unweight to open this,
You retension the system.
Right.
Right.
and then it expands, pull, 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 pull. Now, it had to expand until this takes the weight, okay? So that's why I made it small. Otherwise, I might not have enough, okay? Now I can take my pig rig off. All my weight's on my lowering system.
We can get this out of the way as well.
Some of us take this part right there. We don't put that in there, and we take this, and we make this all end up. So this is right there, and then we put like our PAS or something on there, and clip it, and pull it down, and snap it on that thing.
Why?
It's different.
And use your weight to pull it?
Yeah, use your weight to pull it. Yeah, you come right here and say this. You would make it all so it ended up just like there.
Yeah.
And this is right there. I put my PAS on. This has a carabiner on it.
Yep.
And I put my PAS on that one.
Lean
pull
back.
it. Just like that. Lean back.
Yep.
Bam. Pop it in there.
I don't want to pop it in because I have to unweight it again later.
Yeah.
I
And
don't want to
just
do
put
that.
my little fat butt on it again. I'm weighted.
Okay, so that is a Rich Carlson technique, and we call that the fat man's technique because he uses counterweight. Okay, we don't teach that because
using
not
pig
everybody
rig.
can make
I'll
that
keep
work.
my mouth quiet, more Cloud. I'm trying
Okay.
to be really quiet.
I love that you know it,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work for everyone.
I know.
It doesn't. It wouldn't work for someone petite.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't teach it. We teach mechanical advantage.
Okay.
Okay, I don't teach tensioning a guide rope with counterweight because not everyone can.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't teach that. But it's a way, it's a great idea if you can't get it to move with muscle to use some weight behind it. Okay? But I would try with muscle first. Is it good?
I got it.
Okay. But I wouldn't clip it in here.
Yeah.
I would just hold it in place while I do everything
While I
else
do that.
and then put it back. It just saves me a step.
Yeah.
Okay?
Shouldn't need
So now this is done. All I want to do is get the bottom part off here because the top part is not in my way. This part is, right? And now I have a lowering system. I unlock,
Nice enough.
okay? I unlock, and now
you
I am
can start
lowering them,
lowering.
okay?
Mhm.
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
If you can remember all the steps. Think big picture. Put this system on, unweight the other system, take it apart and lock it. And then take all that off and reweight this and lower. So it's 3 big picture items. Okay?
Yep.
So you guys are actually going to be doing it with a human on there. Okay, but we're gonna wait until